Hey everyone, this is Nicholas with say.digital. In today's video, I'll show you an easy example of how to boost cross-selling using products in HubSpot workflows. All right, let's dive right into this. So before we build the actual workflow, three conditions need to be in place. We need to have products, obviously. Then we're gonna need to have a deal featuring that product as a line item, which is gonna be our enrollment criteria for the workflow. And then we need an action that we want the workflow to perform. In this case, that's going to be sending an email that we'll create in a second. All right, then let's get started here. So we'll navigate to settings, objects, and then products. And what you can see here is we have three sample products that I've created. Nothing fancy about these products here, to be honest. So it's simply a sample product. We got very creative here with the name. We've assigned it an SKU, no particular folder, just an Unsplash image, just to show it. Unit price, unit cost, and then this is a one-off, one-time billing product. The other two are subscriptions. And really, we just have these three products. So assume this could be like a headphone, and then there are two services around the headphone, maybe something like a warranty or some kind of streaming service that you want to sell with it. An expensive kind of streaming service, I gotta say. So for our scenario here today and for the workflow, let's assume sample product 1 is the one that is sold first, and then sample products 2 and 3 are the ones that we want to cross-sell next to sample product 1. So in order to do this, we need to assume that sample product 1 is the one that has already been purchased. So we just want to check if we have a deal in place that is closed won, and we've created this sample deal here. That is closed won, so meaning we have already won this deal. And what's important here is that the line item is sample product 1, because that's going to be important for the workflow, right? So this is just assuming in this particular deal, we've sold sample product 1, right? And then the key thing that we want the workflow to perform is if a customer buys sample product 1, we want to send them an email with more details on sample product 2 and 3 that could go very well with sample product 1. So in order to do that, we need to have an email. So we go to marketing and email. And what I've created here is a cross-sell email. We can take a look at it really quick. We'll cover creating good emails in another video, but for the sake of this video here, I'll just show you what we did. So we have this little bit here. We have the headphones, then grabbing readers' attention. So we haven't modified these standard texts here. And then we're promoting sample product 2 and sample product 3 in this particular email, right? And then we're sending it, we're personalizing it with the first name and the subject line, just to make it a little more relevant for whoever purchased this. So good news is an email is in place. So we'll walk very quickly through this because the purpose of this video is really to go into the workflow itself. That being said, we now have products, we have a deal, and we have an email. So then we go to automation and workflows. And what we've created here is the easy cross-sell workflow. You can name it whatever you want, right? It doesn't need to be called easy cross-sell. And every workflow starts with a deal enrollment trigger. So let's see what this workflow uses as triggers. Basically, what we've done is a combination of two triggers. One is that we have a deal stage in any of closed won in our demo pipeline. Meaning whenever a deal moves into closed won, in this example that I showed you before, the deal already sits in closed won, but let's assume we move a new deal into closed won, then it fulfills 50% of this enrollment trigger, because the other bit is the deal needs to be associated to a line item that is sample product 1, right? Which is the product that we discussed about earlier. So these two conditions need to be met in order for a deal to enroll in this easy cross-sell workflow. So, and then once this happens and you have this deal in there, you don't want to, depending on your business model, a couple of things can make sense, but let's assume here you don't want to just send that email out like right away, but you want to give your customer a little bit of time to get accustomed with the product, enjoy it, get emotional with the product, and then 7 days after, you want to send out an email recommending sample product 2, sample product 3. So you tell HubSpot to delay for a set amount of time, right? Which is just a simple step in the workflows that you can select. I'll show it to you here. So you can just simply say here, delay for a set amount of time. And that's it. I've set 7 days here. And then we want to send this email that we looked at earlier. So we want to send our product cross-sell email to all contacts associated with the deal. This depends a little bit on your labeling. For the sake of simplicity here, we'll just send it to all contacts associated with that particular deal that enrolls. And then we can see our email here, right? And that's already the magic. So whenever a deal moves to the closed won stage and has sample product 1 as an associated item, then this is triggered here, this entire process. And what we also want to make sure is sometimes emails get lost or people don't read them, but if we know with a high probability that there's a chance of cross-selling, we want to create a task for whoever owns the deal, say the sales rep or like the sales team, like the internal sales team, to just follow up with the customer, right? So we want to wait another 3 days after the email is sent, and then we'll simply create a task for whoever is the deal owner of that deal. So whoever holds the customer relationship or interacts with them. You can think about many things here. It could be a task, a couple of things, maybe another email. All these things are possible, but you get the idea of what is possible. And what's always nice with HubSpot workflows is that you can test them, which is what we're going to do here to show how this workflow works. So we're going to say we want to test this, and then we can preview it for a certain deal. And we're going to select our sample deal here. And I'm going to check here that I want the HubSpot email to be delivered to my email, just so I can see if it works or not, right? So we have the sample deal, the email that we want to get. So I hit test. And what we can see here, we're getting the green light because it says that the deal enrolls. So the deal meets the enrollment triggers. Then hypothetically it would be delayed by 7 days, but since we don't want to spend 7 days watching this video here until the email arrives, HubSpot just sends it out right immediately. So we can check in a second in my inbox. Yeah, and then all these other actions would be triggered, and then you can see the finish line here. So you can extend this workflow as you wish. This is just to show you the logic of what would happen. And then if we check emails, and I just hit refresh here, we can see that Joseph, who's the decision maker with that company, has actually received this email here with the 2 sample products, which is really nice. All right, and that's it for a simple cross-sell workflow. What I gotta say is that the more you get accustomed with HubSpot products and workflows, the more sophisticated your triggers can become in those workflows, right? So you can think about stuff like using product views on your websites or your store as triggers, or linking your product and content strategy together to trigger workflows. All that is possible, and we'll cover that in some of the next videos. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more helpful tutorials and tips on how to get the most out of your HubSpot portal. And also, don't miss out on our new exclusive guide with 7 powerful HubSpot hacks that help you optimize performance and increase productivity in your HubSpot portal. The download is free, and you can find the link below this video.